Morning, peeps. And here we are, it's the final day. And I'm quite excited, but also I'm a bit nervous. And I think what I actually am the most is frustrated. Because my plan was to do like a Yelena style vlog throughout the day, take you all around the town I live in and show you, tell you some stories while the football happens, give you all a big dramatic conclusion. But then I've woke up at work this morning and I've got the bus home and it's absolutely chucking it down. So I'm a bit frustrated about that, but not to worry. We'll see what happens. Hopefully the rain isn't a portent of the doom that's to come, because I remember the Why Did It Always Rain on Me back in the day being used for the football highlights. I think when England went out of a competition, certainly I remember a very rainy time with a derby, which of course we'll be getting again next season. Well done to Sunderland on getting promoted. And if you are a long-time viewer of the channel, if you remember my first couple of videos, you'll easily be able to figure out which was my favourite moment of that playoff final. And that was when Tri Hume absolutely clattered that Ben Brereton Diaz, that bad banter bastard. I remember him in game week 1 taking a dive, getting Fabian Schär sent off, and then he ended up getting absolutely crunched by Sean Longstaff. That's how Brereton Diaz began his season, and he finished it in the same way, with another northeastern hard man leaving him lying on the turf. And all I can say is it couldn't happen to someone more deserving. I don't like that Brereton Diaz, but today's not about game week 1. It's about game week 38, and I'm excited. I'm nervous. It all comes down to this. Do I have enough to beat the Gladiator, or will he find a way to turn the story on its head? I hope I can do it. I hope I can do it. I've woke up feeling optimistic. I've woke up feeling like Newcastle can get the job done. But I watched Steve-O's video last night. Can't be saying that. Watched Steve-O's video last night. Enjoyed it. Watched Trigger Lips's. Always enjoy watching Trigger Lips's video. I'm a bit disappointed I watched Trigger Lips's video last night, because I like watching them first thing in the morning. And I watched The Wire, I watched Late Risers team, I watched Praz's team. I've watched so much stuff over the last few days, all about getting this final day team right. How am I going to take down the Gladiator and give you all the dream ending to my FPL Nightmare? I'm going to go away now, and then I'm going to return in about an hour after watching Let's Talk Andy and FPL Harry's video. Although I'm pretty set on what I'm going to do, I'm pretty set on what my plans are, but we'll have to see. We'll see if these two can change my mind, and I don't think they will. Although we'll have to see. We'll see. So I'll be back with you shortly for stage 2 of the final day. I thought I'd come outside in my garden for the next part of the video to run through my team, just in case, because it stopped raining for now, and just in case it picks up again and I can't get outside later on. So I've watched FPL Harry, I've watched Let's Talk Andy, I've watched FPL D Unit, who is a great new creator. I'll definitely get on him for next season. Very entertaining, great energy. I love it, like, absolutely love it. So, if I bring up my team, at the minute, what I've got is Raya in goal, Byrne, Kirkes, Gvardiol in defence, Rodgers, Salah, Mbeumo, Bowen and Murphy in midfield, and then Isak and Watkins up front with Cunha on the bench. Now, you see that there are issues here, aren't there? Like, will Isak play? I think he does. Pretty confident on that. Will Cunha? I'm not so sure. That's why he's on my bench, but it's nice to have a bit of cover. But it could be that Cunha is actually the one that I sell. We'll just have to see. I've got a few plans in mind. I'll run through them in a second. So yeah, my other subs are Milenkovic and Munoz. I feel weird benching Munoz because he's one of them that can, you know, he could get a goal and an assist in a 6-2 loss, which, you know, and the Gladiator's got him, so there's that potential, you see, because today it's obviously all about defeating the Gladiator and winning this League of Gentlemen. So what my plan is, it all comes down to Isak. If he's out, what do I do? If he's in, what do I do? Well, if he's in, it's simple, he starts. But if he's out, that's the problem. I'm thinking, you know, because I could just start Cunha and do something with Jacob Murphy in midfield or something. But what I'm thinking is, Isak starts. If Isak's out, the sensible play for me is Wissa. And it's funny because I brought him in 3 weeks ago and then I sold him last week and now for a hit, and now I'm thinking of bringing him back, but I did not see the Gladiator bringing him in. That was a massive curveball for me, and I feel like, you know, Wissa in. Do you know, even if Isak starts, I might bring Wissa in for Cunha and just bench Jacob Murphy, and if Isak is unclear, I could just do the same thing and just start Wissa and bench Jacob Murphy, knowing that if Isak's out, I've got Murphy on the bench. I think that's a good move. I might go for that one. But it feels defensive, but at the same time, Wissa has been so good, so good. Like, surely he's going to get a big move this summer. There's a lot of talk of Newcastle bringing in Mbumo. I would be quite happy for us to bring in Mbumo and Wissa and use Wissa as Callum Wilson's replacement. I think that would be a very shrewd move. I think if you're bringing in Mbumo this summer, you might as well try and get Wissa as well and just implant that partnership into your team. But that's not relevant to FPL, so I'll stop going on about that. So, no birdies today. The minute you can see behind me, the bird feeders are almost empty, which is probably why. They were here this morning, but they've gone now. You know, I didn't used to like birds. And then I thought, you know, I'm going to get the bird feeders because I've got one cat, Astrid, keeps popping up on the streams. She didn't like going out the house. So I put the bird feeders there so she can watch the birds from the kitchen window. And then, do you know, since I've done that, I've really started to like the birds. Not a euphemism. And then I was at work yesterday and a loud sparrow or blue tit or brown tit or something, I don't know what the birds are. One of them flew into window. Poor thing, it was stunned. I went to see it. Didn't know if it was deed or not there, but it just seemed a bit stunned, so I went and put it on the bird feeder at work, and it's a bit creaky that, isn't it? I went and put it on the bird feeder and it stayed there for about 20 minutes and then it vanished, so I assume it was alright, and it wasn't taken by some sneaky cat or something. So let's hope for the best, much like with our FPL teams today. Let's hope we can get over the line, and that team, I do think Wissa will probably be my move. Saka maybe, I don't know. The thing is do I guess what the Gladiator does? Do I guess what the Gladiator does, or do I go on the evidence I've got? Or do I just ignore the Gladiator altogether and pick my own team? We'll have to see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a nap because I've got a long day ahead of me today, because of course tonight it's AEW Double or Nothing. The big pay-per-view, Hangman Page versus Will Ospreay in the main event. Two of my favourites. I love the Hangman. And the Cowboy is searching for his redemption. Much like tonight, today, this afternoon, I am searching for my FPL redemption. As this devastation of this terrible running I've had comes to a thrilling conclusion, and hopefully I've done just enough to get over the line. We're going to find out together very shortly. So, but yeah, I'm going to go for a nap, clear my head, and then wake up, and I'm going to have another, because there are a couple of moves. Cher, Wissa, Anthony Gordon. Murphy to Gordon's the other one I'm thinking of. And I went into Gordon on my video the other day. Really liked him as a pick. Again, does he start? If we go 4-3-3, does Gordon start? And if Gordon does start, does that mean he's starting up front because Isak isn't? You know, these are a lot to think about. Can't really make any decisions yet, so I'm going to go for my nap and I'm going to try and clear my head a bit and attack the afternoon. Try and win this League of Gentlemen Championship. Wish I could be this relaxed on the final day. That's my Denzel and he's a good boy. My assistant manager, he's trying to tell me to just stay calm and not panic. I've woken up. It's about 25 minutes left before the deadline. It was not a good nap. It was not a good nap at all. I couldn't sleep. The mind was racing. Thinking about the fear of sleeping past the deadline was very, very great. But I've woke up. It's not the best nap, not the worst nap, but my mind is actually more muddied, so I think it might have been a bad move. So I've had a quick look. I see Gvardiol starting left back, which is very nice. But Isak's at the stadium. We knew Isak would be there. I wasn't worried about Isak. Will he start? Probably. But now I need to think of my transfers. Need to finalise. So I'm going to get myself out of bed. Not on camera. Can't be having that. I'm going to get myself out of bed. I'm going to go and have a coffee. And I'm going to finalise my moves. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet still. Feel like it's going to be an instant. I've woke up and I want Saka, and it would mean a hit, and I'm not sure that's the best move, and I don't know. I can't get there without selling someone I don't want to sell that the Gladiator owns, so I don't think it's the right move. But yeah, I think I'm just going to have to go without Saka. I might get Trossard, someone like that, who knows. But we'll see for any last-minute leaks. We'll finalise the team, and then we'll be back to you. He's a bloody good boy, my Denzel. Love you, son. Here he is. Love you, son. The best assistant manager a man could hope for. The Jason Tyndall to my Eddie Howe. Well, we're here now. There's 6 minutes till the deadline and I am bricking it. I've got my phone here. I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to make the move. And I'll tell you what it is. I've suddenly become... I was going to do Cunha to Wissa and bench Murphy because I thought the Gladiator won't start. He might start Cunha, but he'll definitely start Wissa. So it's a sensible move, but now I'm thinking it's Cunha's last game for Wolves, and now he's at home, and I've been overcome with the blind panic. I've got 5 minutes left, less than 5 minutes to decide, and now I'm terrified of not starting Cunha. So maybe I should just bench Jacob Murphy, but then what transfer am I going to make? This is the problem. Do I just play it safe and get Wissa in for Cunha? I know the Gladiator's going to play Cunha. I know he is. So do I just get him and cut off that Wissa threat? Or do I do what I really want to do and get Gordon in for Jacob Murphy? And I know it's just switching Newcastle. But that narrative of Gordon against Everton is strong. Especially after the missed penalty earlier in the season. But will he start? There's not been a leak about Gordon. So I don't know. I'm going to have to decide because we're less than 3 minutes. I can't believe I've left it this late. There's been barely any news, so there's nothing really held apart from Gvardiol playing at left back, which is nice. Can't deny that it's nice. Do I just sell Watkins for Wissa? Watkins for Wissa and Rodgers for Watkins for Wissa and Rodgers for Saka. Feel that might be a good play, but because then if he brings in Saka, he's not got the advantage. A -4 would take my lead to 27 points. But then who am I benching? Jacob Murphy, Watkins and Rodgers. Let's see if I can afford it. So Rodgers, where's Saka? Oh my God, this is. I can't believe I haven't actually thought about this move earlier. Watkins, to Wissa. Leaves me 1 million in the bank. 27 points. And Jacob Murphy first sub if Isaac doesn't play, which I think he will. Could have the same. I could pretty much have the same attack. If he does De Bruyne to, if the Gladiator does De Bruyne to Saka, which he probably should, that would give us the same attack. If he goes for oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I taking a 4-point hit? What if Saka doesn't play? Oh my God, my heart is pounding here. Absolutely pounding. I don't need to do Saka to Rodgers. I don't need to sell Watkins. These could be differentials for me. I don't know what to do. I've got 90 seconds. I'm going to panic here. I'm going to panic and press it. I know I am. I know I am. Will Cunha start? Will the Gladiator start Cunha, or will he sell Cunha? Fuck it. Make transfers confirmed. Oh my God, I am shaking. Oh my God, it's not going through. Has it gone? It hasn't gone through. Oh, it has gone through. Cunha in for Murphy. Switch. Vice captain to Saka. Salah captain, save team. We're done. We are done. That is my team. That is the moves I've made. The -4. Watkins and Rodgers out. Saka and Wissa in for a -4. That means I've spent 8 points and 3 transfers selling Wissa in and bringing him, selling him and bringing him in the last 4 weeks. 8 points and 3 transfers. I feel like my team's good enough. Raya, Burn, Kirkes, Gvardiol, Saka, Salah captain, Umbumo, Bowen, Wissa, Isaac, Cunha. It's a bit of a gamble. I feel that might actually be the exact attack the Gladiator goes for. If it is, if I've called this right, could well end up being his Nori and Pope versus my Raya and Gvardiol and 27 points. That could be it, like. It could be it, but then he might have done something maverick. This is what the Gladiator does. He is a maverick player. He's been maverick all season. He could have brought in Evan Nilsson. He could have brought in Welbeck. Welbeck's done well for him this season. But then if he has, you know, it is what it is. The players on that pitch for me, my final lords of the season, they're good players. Now we just have to hope they all start and do the business. Oh my God, I'm gonna drink my coffee and then I'm gonna go for a shower. And I see on the deadline stream, Let's Talk, Andy's all suited and booted. So when I return, I will likely have on my Northeastern formal wear just for you. Whew. It's done now. Now what we can do, but all the cards are on the table. All we can do is see what the dealer turns over. I'm shaking and I'm scared, but this is it. It all comes down to this. Well, I'm at my desk now. You can see my desk, dual monitor setup. You can see I'm already editing the video as we go. And I have not quite got my official Northeastern formal wear on just yet. I've had a nice shower to freshen up. But now is the moment we're dreading. It's time to find out what the teams are. See if this gamble has paid off, which it most likely has not, the way this season's gone. Not using my usual camera because I'm on the go today. So let's find out what's going on in the teams. First of all, we'll bring up the old BBC website. I should have had this prepared, but this is on the fly, this. So the big What are we going to do? First, we'll check for Saka, Arsenal. We'll check that match. Wanyeri. Saka even on the bench? Yes, well, Saka's on the bench. Well, that's that hit blown, isn't it? I bet bloody Rodgers starts. Oh, fuck. Got in my head. Got in my own head. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Man City, yeah, well, we knew Guardiola was starting. The rest pretty much as expected. Not really relevant to our teams. Apart from De Bruyne is on the bench, but I haven't checked the Gladiators team yet, so we'll have to see if that is relevant. West Ham, Bowen, of course, starts, so Andy Martin's prediction he'd be on his stag do early, he'd not come off. Although Kudos benched there. He's dead last final day shenanigans. So let's have a look. Palace and Liverpool. Mohamed Salah, that'll do. My captain. See, Gakpo stars. Gakpo is who I thought Triggerlips' clues was alluding to. I nearly brought him in, but I went for Wissa in the end. And we'll see if that pays off. I see Palace are full strength. Munoz is a worry. Like, I am worried about Munoz. Newcastle, of course Isaac plays. Of course he does. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. Jacob Murphy on my bench playing wing back. So have I got that call right? Well, obviously not, because Saka's on the bench. But the last time Saka was on my bench after I signed him, he came on and scored. So we'll cling to that. Southampton have done. Tottenham, Brighton. Oh, Wolves, of course. Cunha started. Yes, we got that Cunha call right. We gambled Cunha would start, and he has. As has Wissa and Umbumo. Now, what has the Gladiator done? I know he sent me a message, and I've not looked at it yet. Shall we look at it, or should we look at his team first? Right, so the Gladiator, he did bring in Saka. We called that one. However, this is what I mean about the Gladiator being a maverick. You just can't predict what he's going to do. He brought Saka in for Elanga, and he sold Mohamed Salah for Luis Diaz, and he's captain Bowen. Now, I thought he might captain Bowen. I did think he might captain Bowen, and I've got Bowen. My worry was the Gladiator would captain somebody I don't own. Because then, if I had kept Rodgers and he'd captained De Bruyne scored a hat-trick, that's 20 points, doubles to 40, and Rodgers blanks, that's 2 points, so that's 38-point swing off one player, and I couldn't do anything about it. I thought if I can nail his captain, I'll be happy, I'll be buzzing. I'll think it's over. If I own his captain, it should be all right, because it's just like if Bowen gets 17 points, and that doubles to 34, I still get 17 and I have my own captain. What's interesting, though, is that the hit has not been detrimental to anything but my overall ranking, which, to be honest, isn't that big a deal right now. Down to 87k live, but it's about the mini league. It's about the League of Gentlemen. The overall ranking can come next year. Today is all about that League of Gentlemen and getting that second League of Gentlemen title, becoming only the third manager to ever win that title on multiple occasions. What he's done is he's taken a hit as well, so I still have my 31-point cushion. Right, I can see what's happening. He started Milenkovic. Come on, Chelsea. I feel dirty even saying that. Right, so it's Raya versus Pope. I kind of think both will get a clean sheet. But, you know, obviously if Newcastle's 0-0 or needing a goal, Pope can come up and score from a corner. That's 10 points. Can you imagine losing a mini-league from a keeper goal? That's something I have to deal with today. He's got Milenkovic, I've got Gvardiol. So has he benched Aït-Nouri? I can't believe he's benched Aït-Nouri. He's such an attacking player who I don't own. I wonder if he thought I'd bring Aït-Nouri in. I wonder. I did float that on the stream the other night with Gary and Steve on Triggerlips. Was the Gladiator watching, and has he got inside his own head? But I do fancy Forest 1-0, so that's by the by. Salah, we've both got Bowen, he's captained him. I've got Salah as captain and he's got Diaz. I've just said about the 40-point swing potential. Diaz versus Salah could be it. And he's got Chris Wood up front. And I've got the greatest striker in all of world football. Come on. Ooh, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. I was dreading it when I came down. I was dreading the team news. But seeing it, I feel all right. A 31-point lead with those differences. I feel like it should be all right. Oh, we've got a lovely message off Grinchy Vot. Always tries to make out like he's the villain of the piece, but he's just saying, it's been a great FPL season. Thank you and very well done. I'm beating you next season. It wouldn't be the Grinch if he couldn't get a little sign-off line. Right, so the Gladiator, he says, I've played a blinder with the blocking transfers there. You see, I kind of think I do. I have. Fair enough, Saka. Not ideal, but he's benched. But me and the Gladiator both have him. I've called it. Finally, after all these weeks of pain, I've called him. And Wissa, Watkins, I think Watkins and Rodgers have got points potential. But am I prepared to gamble the League of Gentlemen on it when I could just bring in Wissa? No, I'm not. So that's that. I'm going to have to pause it because the door's just gone. Just Amazon at the door. I'm glad they've come before the football begins in earnest. Now all I have to worry about when it comes to recording is my wife will be in the house. So, and it's just started raining again, so she probably won't go down the allotment. So yeah, he said, I've played a blinder with the blocking transfers, and this is it. Could Watkins outscore Wissa? Of course he could. Could it cost me in the ranks? Of course he could. But can the Gladiators Wissa outscore my Wissa? No. No, I've reduced the variance in our teams, and I think it's looking promising. It's far from over, but it's looking a lot more. I'm glad he's benched Munoz and Aït-Nouri because I feared the pair of them, and I can't believe he's benched Aït-Nouri. I just can't. The bloke could get a goal and an assist. He's actually quite worried about falling to third in the table now. The Gladiator. I hope he doesn't. It's been me and him all season. He topped the table at first. He went his own way. He played Maverick, and I called him out all the way. I bigged him up and I said I'd catch him, and I caught him, and he fell away like I said he would. But then he came back stronger, and he's done so well. He's done so well. For someone that's, he finished 2.8 million last season. This is only his 4th season as an FPL manager, and he's done so well. I just hope I've done just that little bit more. So, a couple of minutes until the kick-offs. So, never done one of these before. Time to get on the Northeastern Formal wear. I'll do this on camera. I bought this on a very special day in March. I've not even taken it out of the bag yet because I wanted to save it for when I felt it might have the most impact for me personally. Big Dan Burn, the King of Northumberland. Today's the day to wear the Big Dan Burn shirt. Today's the day. Oh, bloody hell. Would have looked embarrassing if I couldn't have ripped that on camera. Today is the day to put the Big Dan Burn shirt on for the first time and hope the King of Northumberland, the boy from Blythe, can get me over the line. Of course, he is in my team. He's in the Gladiators as well. Let's hope for the Big Dan Burn goal to sign off. Northeastern Formal wear. Right, so I will be back in a few minutes at some point when something interesting happens in the football. Hopefully, it's an Isaac goal. Now Astrid's come to see me. I think she can feel my tension. Newcastle have started brightly, like. Just hope we can get that goal. I hope we can. I hope we can do it. But this is my Astrid. She's a lovely lass. She's off now. What she really wants is a tea. But she's going to have to wait. We've had something happen. 20 minutes in and Brian Mbeumo has got the goal. It doesn't really matter in the context of the League of Gentlemen title race, except for the Gladiator. It's quite handy because Red Hot Rob Allison, the assassin, does not own Mbeumo. So he's taking that chance on selling Salah, and it might well pay off because he was worried about losing second to the assassin, but now he's just got that extra few points over him. Very handy for us both. But elsewhere, nothing really is happening. Gundogan's just scored for Man City, so says FPL.live, which is what I use on my phone. Newcastle, not a lot happening in this game. Isak's, they've nearly played him in a couple of times, but we're pushing it like. It's tense. It is tense. Everton have had a few chances. I hope we keep a clean sheet just for the sake of my health, like, because even though the Gladiators got Pope, I hope we keep a clean sheet. Pope's just made a great save. Bloody hell. We just need that Champions League. What a season it would be. Newcastle get Champions League, win the Cup, and I'll win this League of Gentlemen. Can you imagine? But yeah, Sarr. It says Sarr scored for Liverpool. He is a motherfucker, is that Ismail Sarr. I tell you, he could turn into prime Salah next season. I won't have him. You have him, he does now. You sell him, you bench him, he goes wild. You can. Oh, would you look at that? Spurs beating Brighton. I did fancy Spurs. Interesting. So, but yeah, nothing much happening in the League of Gentlemen. 20 minutes in. As it stands, it says we're in that Champions League spot. That's all. That would be the main thing. If I had to lose the League of Gentlemen for Newcastle to get Champions League, I'd begrudgingly take it. It's tense in there. Like, I've had to come outside just to get a bit of fresh air, ease the tension back in the garden. And it's tough. Newcastle are struggling a little bit, struggling to break them down. Pickford, obviously, having one of them Football Manager goalkeeper 10 performances, which was to be expected given the circumstances of the match. But we're pushing. Isak's had a chance, not really done anything. Cher got booked, so maybe it's a good thing I didn't bring him in. But here to check on the half-time scores, see where we're at. Not a lot happening. 0-0, 1-0, 0-1, 0-0. That's all it is. You've got 4 0-0s and 6 1-0s, but it's in the last day of the season. It's often the second half where it all kicks off. So we can't get complacent. Anything interesting? Mbeumo goal handy. Oh, if I'd have captained him. Bowen 6 points. He is the Gladiators captain, of course, Jared Bowen. 6 points. That closes the gap to 25 points. I see Luis Diaz has lost that bonus point as expected. So, oh my God, I could have done without that. 25 points. Emi Martinez sent off, eh? Well, it's quite funny that, because I've been bullish all week that you should, if you had him, you should start him because of the potential for goalkeeper goals. And to be honest, I'm looking at Pope. If we stay 0-0 and get a corner, Pope will be up. That could be 10 points for the Gladiator, plus another 3 on the bonus. Oh my God, could you imagine? Could you imagine? A Bowen goal and a Pope goal, and that could be it. That's what could lose the League of Gentlemen. Pressure. I am feeling the heat in this cold, wet, windy day in the north of England. 30 miles from the Scottish border. I am feeling the heat. Martinez red card. That's handy for Newcastle. Like, that is handy for Newcastle, because if Aston Villa don't win, Newcastle only need a draw. And if Aston Villa are drawing, will Pope even go up? Will he go up? I just can't see it. I don't know. Hopefully Isak gets a goal early and puts all these deliberations and potentials and permutations to bed, because I'm feeling it. Like, my wife's home from work and I've been rude because I'm like, oh my God, I'm trying to record here, and she sat there, oh, it was a hard day at work, spilt water down my breasts and it looked like my nipples were leaking. Bless her. And I feel just rude here, but, you know, 9 months I've been telling this story, 9 months, and it all comes down to the next 55 minutes or so, and I'm so close. We have lost 5 points, but we're so close. 25 points clear for 37 and a half game weeks. My lords have been good enough to win this League of Gentlemen title. Can we be good enough for one more hour? I can't believe what I'm seeing. Fucking Jared Bowen has scored. The Gladiators captain has scored. That's another 5 points, probably more on the bonus. I'm just trying to get the thing to update to see where the situation is in the table. But this lead I had is getting eradicated. It's down to 20 points. 20 points from 31. This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. I need Isak to do something. I need Salah to do something. Where the fuck is Mo Salah when you need him? All I need is one Salah goal. One Salah goal, and that could put it to bed. Southampton have scored, so there's no clean sheet for Raya. But Chelsea have scored, so there's none for Ismalenkovic. Oh, it's all going down now. I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. You know, in a few minutes, he's probably going to get an extra 4 points for Pope that I won't get for Raya. And fucking Bowen, goal and an assist. It's not fun, this, like. Not fun. It's the worst case scenario. It's all going wrong. Like, well, to be fair, it's not all going wrong. It's not all going wrong. Because now the Gladiators not getting a Nick Pope clean sheet. And that means Newcastle are losing. The race for the Champions League and Newcastle are losing at St James's Park to Jordan Pickford's team. I knew this would happen. I just knew it. I've had these visions in my head for days that Pickford would deny us. And now we're fucked. We need 2 goals. Which, to be fair, the way it's gone, I hope Nick Pope gets a goal now. Hope anybody does. As it stands, we're 6th. We're fucked. I need Salah. I need Isak. We need Isak. I'll never wear this Dan Burns shirt again if we fucking lose the Champions League and the League of Gentlemen the one time I wear it. Fuck's sake, like. 25 minutes left of this torture, of this horrific final quarter of the season, of this ongoing agony. Every week you think you can't get kicked in the teeth, and then every week another kick in the teeth. I'm going to have none left by the end of it. Fuck's sake. Like, go on, he's like, shoot. Oh, Pickford. We need someone to step up. Whether it's Isak, Harvey Barnes, Big Dan Burn, anybody, we need somebody to fucking step up. For my FPL team and for Newcastle's Champions League charge. Well, there's been a development. It's not really relevant FPL-wise, but because Newcastle are still losing. But Amad Diallo has scored for Man United, which means if the score stays there, Newcastle get in the Champions League, even if they do lose. The ball comes across. Nah, there's nothing going on. There's nothing happening at St James's. We're not finding a way. We need 2 goals. We have to play for the win. But what's interesting about that Amad Diallo goal is that 3 weeks ago on the stream, Steve-O from Elite FPL, he said he fancied Amad Diallo for the final day. What a prescient call that was. And it could be that goal, that Steve-O call, could be what fires Newcastle into the Champions League, even in defeat. You just don't know. Isak, he's a bit misplaced pass. He's had a couple of chances. Callum Wilson's on now. What a way for Callum Wilson. If he is to leave in the summer, what a way it would be for him to sign off by being the saviour one last time. Stuck on 49 goals for Newcastle as well. Can he get number 50? What I'm more concerned about right now is West Ham getting to full time, because I just can't cope with this Bowen situation. Wolves have scored, but it's Manetzi and Strand Larsen assist. No Cunha, but me and the Gladiator both have Cunha, so that only matters for the overall ranking, so it doesn't really matter at all. All that matters is the League of Gentlemen, and it's tense, it's hard. I'm scared to look at the actual in-play table. I'm just looking at the points that people are getting, the scores. We've got just over 10 minutes left at St James's Park and we need a goal, whether it's Byrne, Isak, Wilson, an own goal from Pickford, you know, anybody. And Isak is out on the wing now, and he's done damage against Everton from that position. Oh, so close. Well, somebody just shoot. Oh shit, just wide. Just wide, he's claiming a corner, but it's not been given. It was a hell of an effort. This is why I was telling people to get sharing, because these things on the final day, oh, he's so close. Oh, this is so tense. I wish I wasn't recording. If anything would make me quit making content, it's having to do one of these final day videos. Horrible experience. Yes, Salah with the goal! Salah has perhaps won me the League of Gentlemen title. The Salah goal, it's worth 20 points for me. It's worth no points for the Gladiator, because it was a Gakpo assist, just like Trigger Lips' prediction stated. Oh my God. Salah, come on! And this is the thing when you're tracing. This is why it's so important to have the lead in FPL. Because when you're in the lead, you don't have to take the risks. And the Gladiator, he had to take the biggest risk. He had to sell the record point scorer at home in a title celebration to try and get me back. And it might have blown up in his face, and there's been another goal for West Ham. Surely not. I don't know, it's not saying who scored. Surely that bloody Jared Bowen hasn't scored again. Oh my God, the drama. I've got the West Ham thing on my BBC app. Where's the report? What's happening? It's not even the player. Nobody cares about the player rater. We want final. I don't know what's happening with that one. One app says it's a goal for West Ham, but nothing's coming through, and I would get a notification if it was Bowen. I don't know what's happening. More to the point though, Newcastle, Bruno Fernandes got the assist for that Ahmad goal, and what's especially interesting about that is a big shout out to me mate King Ding. I've talked about him a lot in the videos this season. The only ever 4-time winner of the League of Gentlemen. Absolutely sensational player. He's faded away a bit in recent years because he's got a family now, doesn't have the as much time to devote to mastery of the game, but he's one of the best players of all time in my eyes. And he, on the final day, he made the transfers to bring in Amad Diallo and Bruno Fernandes. And Amad's got the goal and Bruno's got the assist. Who did he sell? He did tell me who he sold. No, he hasn't told me who he sold. He just said he's gone Amad and Bruno. So fair play to him. Steve-O predicted Amad weeks ago. King Ding brought in Amad, maybe from listening to Steve-O, who knows. He brought in Amad and Bruno Fernandes, and he's got the points there. And those points might be what get Newcastle in the Champions League, because it doesn't look like we can do it for ourselves. And it's Kudos that's got the West Ham goal. Kudos. So that's helpful. Oh my God, Salah, 20 points. That could be it. The League of Gentlemen could be decided with that one kick from Moss. I don't even know if it was a kick or a header. I don't particularly care. All I need now is Newcastle to do something. And it's in Pickford's hands again. 5 minutes left plus 4 minutes left plus stoppage time. This is horrible. Horrible. Man United 2-0 up. Oh my God, Man United may well have just saved our bacon. They may well have just saved our bacon. Man United. Glory, glory, Man United. Come on, you Reds, come on, you Reds. Just keep the ball and use your heads. For a few more minutes, just let them know that for Aston Villa, Europe is a no-go. Let's hope so, because we've got a Sula on for Newcastle. Isak here. The ball across. Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing. But it doesn't matter at this stage because Man United are 2-0 up. If we could get that goal, that could be it. I don't know what's happening with Bowen. But to be fair, it's been quite an underwhelming final day. You expect goals, 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 and there hasn't been that many. It's, as from the black box predicted, it would be tighter than normal, and so it has proven, probably because of all the Champions League connotations. But it's horrible, because at the minute we're losing, but we're there. And it feels like that's been the story of my running in the League of Gentlemen. Losing every week, but somehow just... Have we done enough? Have Newcastle done enough? Have my Lords done enough? In a few minutes we'll know. In a few minutes we'll know. That Salah goal, fucking hell. That could be it. And that's it. That's what happens when you're leading. You get to avoid taking the big risks. You know, and none of my players have really produced today, and at the minute it doesn't look like it's going to matter. Newcastle haven't produced today, and at the minute it doesn't look like it's going to matter. You just don't know though. You just don't know. Funny things happen on the final day. There's 6 minutes of stoppage time at St James's, and I can't cope. I can't cope. Well, I can, because I am coping. I'm not only coping, I'm streaming, but it's not pleasant. And what's actually hit me now is that I've not eaten all day apart from one pan au chocolat. And I could have done with some... Trippier's just fallen on his ass on taking the corner, but it's another corner. Come on, Big Dan Burn. Come on, Big Dan Burn. It won't matter in the League of Gentlemen title race if it's Big Dan Burn. He's pulled away to the cup final position. The cross is in. And it's headed out. No, Tonali's got the ball. Come on. Doesn't look like anything else has happened in the other games. Brighton 4-1 up. Well, I called that one wrong. Did think Spurs would win, but no, now it's a bloody Everton free kick. They're playing well here. This is a vintage Moyes performance. But as it stands, it's all looking promising. We're all in stoppage time now. Come on. For 37 game weeks and 90 minutes we've been good enough. Can we hang on for stoppage time? Can my Lords be good enough for stoppage time? And the thing is, you just can't rule out Villa doing something, even 2-0 down and with 10 men, because Man United have been in that situation before when Man City needed 2 goals in stoppage time. Feeling this like this is horrible. Oh, Pope with a worldy save. Although I think Calvert-Lewin hit it straight at him while I was adjusting my camera. Doesn't matter anyway if we lose 1-0 or 2-0. It genuinely doesn't matter. Because what matters is that we match Aston Villa's result. What matters is matching Aston Villa's result. And even if we lose, we've done that. Come on, Man United. Come on, Newcastle. It's out wide with Osula. Oh, he's chaos, that boy. He puts it across. Oh, my God. Fabian Schär from 6 yards out. Somehow scoops it over the bar. Almost as bad as De Bruyne last week. That De Bruyne chance. The Gladiator had De Bruyne. I mean, Schär, it was behind him, to be fair. 2 minutes to go. And if it all stays like this, then both my Lords and my beloved Newcastle have achieved our objectives in the least inspiring way possible. Can you imagine? You take it like, at this stage you take it. You take anything. Doesn't matter how you get the job done in this life, as long as you get the job done. Oh, Guimara, he's so close. Pickford again. The Football Manager goalkeeper 10 performance from Pickford today, and you knew it was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen. We're in stoppage time now. My vision has been all about Pickford versus Isak in stoppage time on a penalty. I don't think it'll happen. And even if it does, I don't think it would matter, because it looks like Villa are losing. I can't see Villa getting it back now. Osula, oh. I think we're there. I think we're there. Is West Ham full time yet? Yes, West Ham full time. There will be no extra goals from Bowen. Man City full time. No late clean sheet wipeout. I've got the BBC scores up on my phone here, desperately trying to find out what's going on. Come on, Newcastle. Oh, it's full time here. Pickford turns to salute the fans. Fair play to him. Great weekend for him. Sunderland back up. Beat Newcastle. Chelsea winning. And it looks, at the minute, Chelsea are there. And then it's between Newcastle and Villa. Come on, Man United, man. Come on, Man United. I can't believe I've been reduced to saying, come on, Man United. The Newcastle boys on the knees praying. Just got to wait now. Just got to wait. There's going to be a roar if it happens. There's going to be a roar. I've got my television muted to try and not get buggered. Yes, Aston Villa full time. Man United have done the business. Newcastle Champions League. Newcastle Champions League, and it looks like I've won the League of Gentlemen, but I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. I'm going to have to turn the camera off and go for a walk. So here we are. I've come out to finish the season with a little bit of a walking video for all my the people that are enjoying walking videos at the time. There's a few people around, which makes it a bit weird, but it is what it is. Had a little bit of time to digest everything that's gone on. And yeah, it wasn't a vintage final day, was it? Not a vintage one at all, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because I think we've got the job done. I think we've done the business. Newcastle certainly have done the business. Newcastle, Champions League again. Man United, we owe you a debt of gratitude. You can see the background here. I am in the infamous Castle Park, my hometown. Lovely little place. Somebody walking the dog over there. We'll walk around the side of the grounds to give them a bit of space. Some wonderful views here. If I just turn the camera around, I mean, look at this. This is magnificent. This is my town. See that hill over yonder? My original plan to end this video was to walk up that hill, and then I was going to walk up the hill, and I was going to say, because it's forested and then it opens to a clearing, and I was going to say, oh, for so long this season I couldn't see the forest for the trees, and then I was going to step into the clearing and but now the whole world is open before me, and then I was going to show you the view. You see about 50 miles around in the Lake District from the top of it. It's wonderful, incredible. Lucky to live here, and I don't really get out enough in it, but it is what it is. We're not here to talk about my hometown, wonderful though it is. We're here to talk about FPL and to sign the season off. Hey, I have a lot of memories in this park. Might as well tell a little story. You see that moat down there? Well, Hitman Hodgson, who's in our league, and myself, and Big Col Wilcox, who, if you're a fan of gaming videos, Pimp My Shed on YouTube, wonderful. That moat down there, Big Col and me and Ben Hodgson somehow, when we were teenagers, procured a supermarket trolley. And we'd take it turns to ride down the moat on that trolley when we were kids. That was funny, like. Made me laugh. It's Hitman Hodgson's birthday weekend this weekend. What a weekend it's been. New contract for Big Dan Burn. And of course Newcastle in the Champions League again. Ole, ole. So I'm rambling a bit here, but I wouldn't be me if I wasn't rambling. I do love this town, like. It's a lovely place. And yeah, so final day, the final disappointment of the season. I haven't checked live FPL net for the rankings yet. Pretty confident Mo Salah has won me the League of Gentlemen, to the point where I haven't actually confirmed that yet either, but I'm not worried. The pressure's off now. I've had a message off Jock and Jeeves, my best man, my best mate, wishing me congratulations, so I assume he's checked it. Be nice for him if he had. Here we are now. Oh, risky this on with a new camera. But turn it round again, this is Penrith Castle. State of ruin now. State of ruin. Not unlike my FPL season looked to be in over the last few weeks. But this castle's still standing. So my lords. Typical that there's a lot of people showed up here now. Maybe they're all recording FPL videos as well, reflecting on their seasons. Who knows? I'm a bit disappointed that it's windy. I hope it comes out on the camera all right. New camera, I've not really used it before. Did on my walking video, and I am now. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. But I think I'll go away from the people because I'm still a little bit unsure about recording in front of people. So I've come away from the castle area. You see it in the background as I turn this corner here. Just came away, a lot of people there. I'm rambling far too much, but it's the adrenaline, it's the tiredness, it's the caffeine. It's the fact that I'm pretty sure when I open this website in about 30 seconds time, it's going to say I am the League of Gentlemen champion. Walking through the trellises of the Rose Gardens now. As we walk through the Rose Gardens of Castle Park, let's open up livefpl.net and see what the situation is to finish the season. We'll find out my rank, pretty much accurate, whatever it says. And we will find out if I am indeed the League of Gentlemen champion, which I feel like I am. Oh, it's good news, peeps. It's good news, peeps. As Trigger Lips would say, it's good news. According to livefpl.net, the greatest live FPL score tracker around, available completely free as well. Get yourself on it for next season, Ragabolly top man. I have won the League of Gentlemen by a massive 41 points, and you know, a lot of that is because of the Gladiator having to gamble at the end there. You know, that Mo Salah goal, 20 points for me, killed him. When that went in, I thought that's it, and so it's proven. It's harsh on the Gladiator in a way, but at the same time, I've earned the right to be able to play it safe, and he had to take the gamble, and fair play to him, he did take the gamble. He went for it, and Bowen didn't half put me on edge, made it nervous. What's nice to see is that the Gladiator held off the Assassin, who gets the bronze medal. The Gladiator gets the silver medal, and your FPL Nightmare pal and his wonderful laws, we get that trophy. I did text King Ding asking where the trophy is, and I've had no response. So I was hoping to end the video with me lifting the trophy up, but instead you're just going to have to imagine it in your head. Imagine the most resplendent, magnificent, opulent trophy you've ever seen. And then imagine the £5 version of that you can get from any pound shop, because that's what it is like. Nah, it's wonderful. I'm just going to turn the camera around. Look at this, look at that view. I should be up on the top of that beacon there, looking out over the world, but instead I'm looking at the angel, an alternate angel of the north, like Dan Byrne. I think it's a war memorial. I feel like I've been through the wars. This running has been tough. It's been tough, but I always felt that I'd be all right. I know I had my moments, but I've been there before. I think in the end, the experience of winning it 3 years ago in the final league in the final FPL Nightmare book, that experience told in the end. You know, I knew how to play defensively to get enough, but I didn't just play defensively. You know, I gambled. I went on an alternate chip strategy, blew up in my face. I took a huge gamble on that free hit in game week 36, blew up in my face. Everything I've done's blown up in my face, you know. My transfer today, Wissa, third time. He's been involved in my transfer in 4 game weeks, 2 of them for hits. But it was worth it. You know, I got that message off the Gladiator, great transfer, you've shut me down. And that's what it's about. It's not about overall rankings. Not when the League of Gentlemen Championship's on the line, and I've got over the line just like my beloved Newcastle have got over the line. Not in the way we dreamed of, not in a flamboyant fashion, not with goals, but with grit, with determination, and with just a touch of fortune. It's been some season, like. You know, I'm going to do a proper season review video in about a week or two. I'm streaming with Steve-O, Trigger and Gary again on Wednesday. I'm just going to let it set. I'll do a proper review of the League of Gentlemen, because, you know, I started these videos and my plan was to like make my mates laugh, and tennis courts here. My plan was to make my mates laugh and to, you know, to showcase them, and I did at the start, but then as the story developed, I found it harder and harder because there's too much to tell, and as more people got involved, it just, like, more people started watching, it got hard. So I feel like I failed in that objective of truly showcasing them, but I will do a proper season review for the League of Gentlemen in a few days, maybe next week. But yeah, what it comes down to for me is that I needed that League of Gentlemen Championship. I needed it. I don't know why I needed it so much. Now I've won it, I feel like, what was all the fuss about, lad? Well, the fuss is about because me and my mates have decided this matters. I see people say, oh, I only care about money leagues. No money in the League of Gentlemen. No money. Only kudos. Not the kudos that scored for West Ham. Only kudos. And this year, it's the FPL Nightmare that walks away with the bragging rights. And I'm a lucky man. That run-in, I played it poorly. That last quarter of the season, I played it terribly. But, you know, I feel like that's going to set me up for next season. I feel like I've learned so much from this experience this season that hopefully I can apply it next year and be better, be more consistent, you know. So I'm saying you know a lot. And so what was my final overall ranking in the end? I'll just refresh the page because the ads have come up. And yeah, while I'm walking, I'll just say a big thank you to everyone that supported me this season. You know, like, from my mates who have messaged me privately, to the people, the big name content creators who have taken me with the humour I'd hoped that they would. on the most part, and they've embraced me in this field, really, this content creation field. It's been tough. It's hard. Like, you all, like, some of you might laugh at the content creators and the pressure they put themselves under, but it's hard. Knowing that everything you do is scrutinised, and that running, oh my word. You know, I've only got 350 subscribers or something. Imagine if I had 350,000 and I was falling apart. Imagine the people that would have taken glee and satisfaction in that. You know, fair play to them. These big name content creators are stronger than you give them credit for mentally. And, you know, maybe we can all be a bit nicer to each other next season. That would be nice. So yeah, my final overall ranking according to livefpl.net, I've actually, all the chaos, the hit that paid off absolutely nothing, cost me points, all the carnage, I've ended with a green arrow, up to 77k, just outside the top 77k, which is actually, might be disappointing when I was so close to the top 10k for so long, but then I had to gamble. I had to. For who I am, for the way I play the game, I had to gamble. I did. Didn't pay off this time, but it got me over the line. It got me over the line. 77k. I'm proud of that. Some might say it's a nothing rank. Some might say, oh, how can you be proud of that? I'll tell you why I'm proud of that. Because that's the second highest rank I've ever achieved. You know, I'm not saying I'm an expert at this game, just someone who loves it. Just someone who loves this game and wants to be good at it. And this is the second best I've ever been. And it's brought me that League of Gentlemen Championship, and I'm proud of that. I am. 77k. I'm proud of that 77k. I've earned it the hard way. And hopefully next year I go higher. Hopefully next year I do better, and of course I want to get back to the top 10k like I was 3 years ago. That one solitary top 10k I got, oh, that was a nice feeling. Got there on the last day. This time, another final day green arrow up to 77k, but I feel, even in a strange way, I feel almost prouder of this because of the pressure of making the videos and the content, the pressure I've put myself under this season, and the way the things I've learned about myself, the things I've learned about the game and about other people is, you know, it's quite special really. Some people might find this funny, this obsession of ours. You know, there's some people might think it's very strange, but I don't. I don't think. People keep walking around when I'm trying to do a big emotional finale, ruining it all. People, I wanted to finish in the castle, but there's people in there as well. Why won't they all just bugger off? Don't they realise I'm recording content for about 300 people? Do you know what? Sod it, I'm going to go for it. Yeah, I know where I want to be. Been a long time since I walked over these cobbled walls, like. Probably about 10 years, all over the place. 10 years and 5 stone ago. Nah. I don't know if I dare go. I'll tell you what, I'll go up on the plinth. There we go, I'm on the plinth now. And if I keep my back to everyone, they're not there, and I can record in peace. No, it's been a great season. I've met some great people along the way. Some support off some wonderful people. You know, Mark and Az on the black box. That 5-minute speech we were doing about me and my videos, it was wonderful. Like, you talk about your surreal moments. That was unbelievable. And then that led to my interview with Gary, FPL Have a Beer. That led, you know, to Steve-O, meeting Steve-O and Trigger Lips. Wonderful people, you know. Yelena, whose vlog style I've absolutely ripped off for this video, partly because it's the best way to do this, it's the best way to record this in the style of the books, but also because She stopped making content a few weeks ago for the season because she hasn't been having the best time, and I thought it might make her smile. You know, so many, Alex Volo, Trophy Mo, the FPL Juice, so many. I wish I'd Praz, Praz, few conversations with him, lovely. I wish I hadn't started naming people, because now all I'm thinking is, who am I forgetting? But what I'll do is I'll make a proper list for the season review video. But if I've not said your name, it's because I'm trying to record a video with people watching and I'm nervous. But if you've impacted on my season, positively or negatively, I'm grateful for it, because you've made my life better. You've made my season better, and you've made this whole content creation journey better as well. And do you know, I think I will be back next season. I was umming and ahhing. I will be back. Probably a different style, different way of doing things, but I just love it too much. I love the game. And I just want to see, you know, I just want to beat Praz. I do. I want to hunt down Praz. I want to beat those big name content creators. I still want to be the world #1. And I want to be in the great and the good. That's my target for next season, to beat the great and the good. To maybe get even invited into the league. Don't know if I will, probably not. I don't have the history, but do I have the content and the charm? Only time will tell. I'm coming. All you big name content creators, all you high rankers, even the world #1, I'm coming for you all. Next season, the FPL Nightmare will return, and I am going for that world #1. I hope more of the content creators have the cojones to say they're going to go for world #1 as well, because they all play it safe. And that's one thing you can't level at me. I did not play it safe in this run-in. I did a little bit with the mini league, but I took the risks as well. The chip strategy, the free hit, I took the gambles. They didn't pay off, but they did. They did, because I've won that League of Gentlemen Championship. And I've won my own respect. And I haven't always respected myself, but I do respect myself for the way I've performed this season, because I feel like I've done well, and I'm proud of myself. And I'm pleased if people have enjoyed it, and I'm grateful to those who have been there with me along the way. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to end it in Steve-O fashion with a beautiful shot of the surrounding area of the wonderful town I live in. Thanks for watching this season. We will see you next time.
It's an FPL nightmare, got me pulling out more, yeah. I'm the greatest football manager to ever grace the old armchair. But the FPL gods hate me, and no one seems to care. That my points are only average, and my ranking is not fair.